signals and presets. It is always signals and presets. Monday is where you learn how to manage your capital. Monday is where you learn how to set signals. It's where you learn how to set signals, which is very important. So invite or keep on inviting different people to be part of this training today's morning. If you are a leader here and you don't have at least 5 people under your team, you are doing yourself a disservice. That means you will work more. You will have a lot of work to do in your team. Yet, we can also help you teach your people to understand how they can set signals within their RoyalQ application. Within their RoyalQ application. So let's invite, I want to start the training when we are at least 100 people. So far we are 75. The number is small. So far we are 75. We are remaining with few people to get started. But before I get started, I want to recognize the presence of some different leaders on this call. We have leader Chad Bwibo from Kenya. Of course, we saw the last meetup in Kenya. It was very massive. You took it to another level. We have Crypto Counter. Crypto Counter is there. We have Chemo, UG. We have Esther. We have Ivan. We have Justin. We have Lawrence. We have Maweje is there. We have Loz. We have Timothy, Olivia. We have Vincent. Pretty Sugar. Hey, Pretty Sugar. Hey, we have Richard. We have Lazarus. And so many other leaders. I cannot mention all because we are so many. We have Susan. We have Wanok Said. We have Aaron. And so many other leaders who are part of this training. Yes, you are most welcome. You are most welcome. You are most welcome, leaders, wherever you are across the world. It's called KEMFAC from Cameroon. Cameroon is a crypto hub, by the way. Cameroon is a crypto hub. People in Cameroon are so much positive about cryptocurrencies, only that their country's economy, it is stagnant. People like crypto so much, but maybe the joining fee is somehow big for them because their economy is not so good. But I know if someone is interested into something, there is always a way to make it, or there is always a way to break through. So Cameroon people, I salute you from there. Yes, Monday, as the number becomes what I am expecting. We are 85. So I'm going to talk about this kind of signals today and show you how you can set them. You know, we are having different formats of signals that we always give you on a daily basis. I know some people may find this some challenges in trying to set these signals, because if I give an example of one signal and then the next day you see another signal, some people become confused. I don't know why you become confused. Yet when I'm teaching, I give you general knowledge. I give you general understanding of how to set a signal. So today, this is a signal that I'm going to discuss. Let me share my screen straight away. We get started. So today, this is the signal I'm going to discuss about this one here. I know I have been teaching you about this. This one, I know people know about it. This one, people know about it. That format of a signal. It is a preset signal, and I have been always talking about it. If you have ever seen this signal, type 1 in the chat. This kind of signal. Type 1 in the chat. If you are in one of our training groups and you are a fully activated member and you have ever come across such kind of a signal, please type 1 in the chat. Type 1 in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. 111. That means all of us have ever seen such kind of what? Such kind of a signal. So in my previous trainings, I have been always showing you how you can set this kind of signal. So today, I don't want you to get confused because these are different formats. If you look at this kind of signal, it is a different format, how it is set, and this also it is provided in a different format. So the first thing for you to identify when you are given a signal to trade, it is a trading pair. It is a trading pair. Whenever you are given a signal to trade, first identify a trading pair given to you to set in your OQ application. And in this case, the trading pair given to us, it is this. They are telling us to trade SLP stroke USDT. This is a trading pair given to us to trade in our OQ application. And then the person went ahead and told us that we should buy at current price. That we should buy at current price. Buy at that exact price in the market. Buy at current price. That price which is in the market right now. For example, if you go in the market and they tell you they are selling t-shirts at $10, then you buy at that exact price of $10. That's what they are telling you. You buy at the market price, at that price which is in the market. That's why you are saying, you are seeing here current price. Then we are having TP or take a profit. Take a profit in your OQ application, you will not find the word called take a profit. Take a profit, it is just an abbreviation. It is a short form. It is a short word used to mean, take a profit is a short word used to mean whole position, take a profit ratio. So take a profit, it is just a short word used to mean this, to mean whole position, take a profit ratio. So when you are into your OQ application setting this coin, where you find a word whole position, take a profit ratio, they are meaning TP. They are meaning what? They are meaning take a profit. And the take a profit is at 3%. 3%. What does it mean? It means that when the robot buys and sells this coin, you are going to make a profit of 3%. 3% of what? Of the money you invested in the coin. Of the money you invested in the coin. So it is the money that you invested in a coin which gives you profit, not your total capital on your digital bank of Binance. I repeat the statement. It is the money you have invested in a coin that gives you profit, but not your total capital on your digital bank of Binance. Some people, you are very funny. I'm trading with $1,000, but I've never made even a profit of $5 or $3. Do you mean that you invested all your $1,000 in a coin, or it is $1,000 that you have on your digital bank of Binance as total capital? For example, if you are using $1,000 and you invest $200 in a coin, the robot is going to give you 3% of the $200, of the $200 you invested in a coin. You invested in a coin. That's why I'm telling you that when the robot buys and sells the coin, you are going to make 3% of the money you invested in a coin. So however much you want to invest much money in a coin, don't skip the rules or the advice given to you by your leaders. Don't invest all your money in one coin, because if the market goes against you, you will not have money to open up margin calls or to trade other coins that are performing well in the market. That is well done and dusted. We have buy in callback. Buy in callback. You get it? Buy in callback. It is 0.02. If the robot buys the first call, how long will it take to buy the second call? It is buy in callback. Then we have strategy. This word is strategy. That one, strategy. Strategy. Strategy means strategy period. It means strategy period. And strategy period, they have given you one shot. That means this coin should be traded in one shot. What does one shot mean? One shot means that you are commanding the robot to buy this coin, and once the market rises, the coin is going to be sold. Therefore, the robot will give you profit plus the capital you invested in that coin. It will give it to you back so that you can go and you trade other coins. And in this way, if the robot buys and sells the coin, the trade is going to be cancelled automatically. The trade will be cancelled automatically by the robot, or the trade will disappear because the robot has finished its work of buying and selling. Some people, you are very funny asking questions. I was trading a coin here, but when I click on strategy, I'm not seeing the coin. Where has it gone? If the robot has sold it, the trade is being cancelled automatically by the robot because it has done its work. It is done and finished. So there are some people that ask this, what does it mean? What does it mean? CT, what you see, CT hashtag J00, you ignore that. CT, it is just an abbreviation of crypto tycoon. Crypto tycoon. Then J009, it is a number of signals he has so far provided. It is a number of signals he has so far provided. So this one, you should ignore it. Ignore. Just see it. I've explained what it means. Then you come on drop, color drop. That word color drop. Color drop. Color drop, it means margin color drop. It means margin color drop. And where do you find margin color drop? You know, some people are very funny. They have given me drop, but I don't know where can I find the word drop. I'm not saying drop, drop, drop. Drop is found when you click on the word margin configuration. Margin configuration. So when you click on margin configuration, up you will find a word drop, margin color drop. So this signal, it is telling you to open up two calls. Where do you open up the two calls from? Where there is a word margin color limit. Margin color limit. Margin color limit. So I told you margin color limit means number of margin calls. It means number of margin calls. That's what it means. So here they are telling you first call and second call, which means on margin color limit, you are going to put it 2. You will put it 2. However, listen to me very well. However, you can as well open up 5 margin calls for this signal. For this signal, you can open up 5 margin calls. You can open up 5 margin calls using the bull run strategy. How are you going to do it? Simple. If you calculate 1.25% plus 2.53, what you get is 3.77%. You get 3.77 what? Percent. That's the percentage that you get. Which means that this drop caters for 3%. 3% drop. And our bull run strategy is also the same. You are going to open up 5 margin calls because as crypto ambassadors, we say that you trade with a minimum, at least with a minimum of 5 margin calls. Trade with a minimum of 5 margin calls. Now, instead of putting this, open up 5 margin calls. Open up 5 margin calls. These 5 margin calls, where do you open them from? You open them from margin call limit, because I told you margin call limit means number of margin calls. So where there is margin call limit, you are going to put 5. When you put 5, come and you use our bull run strategy. This is multiple buying ratio, and this is color drop. When you open up 5 margin calls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is how it is going to be. Put here 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, 1% to 1%. Multiple buying ratio, put 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So when you calculate this, let me first change. Okay, when you calculate 0.3, 0.2 plus 0.3 plus 0.5 plus 1%, then plus 1%, the answer you are going to get is 3% drop. It is 3%. It is 3% drop, which is the same here. Have you seen? If you add 1.25 plus 2.52, you get 3%. So you see that if you open up 5 margin calls using our bull run strategy, you can as well come up with 3% drop. So instead of opening 2 margin calls, open 5. Open 5 margin calls. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. If you understood that, type a 2 in the chat. If you understood that, type a 2 in the chat. So when such kind of a signal comes, you know what to do. Type a 2 in the chat if you have understood that. Rolling from Botswana. Hey, how is there? If you have got that, type a 2 in the chat. So we are still on the signal. You're still on the signal. Hey, Pretty Sugar. Pretty Sugar, you have also got it? Oh, yes. She has typed a 2. Okay. We continue. Sam, Boniface, Sam, and others. You have got it. Botswana is good. All right. We continue. Okay. Now, having analyzed our signal very well, now we want to go on what we call wallet management. Wallet management. How are you going to control your capital? You see, trading is a personal decision. It is a personal decision. However much it is a personal decision, you need to be guided. You need to be guided on what to do so that you can mess up. You cannot mess up in the what? In the market. So this is the wallet management thing. You are trading with $60 as your trading capital. You are trading with $60 as your trading capital. Trade one coin. Use $10 as first buying amount. You are trading with $70. Trade one coin. Use $10 as first buying amount. You are trading with $80. Trade one coin. Use $10 as first buying amount. You are trading with $90. Trade one coin. Use $12 as your first buying amount. You are trading with $100. Trade one coin. Use $16 as your first buying amount. However, listen to me. However, a person who is trading with $100, you have 2 ways you can set your coin. your coin. So if you want to maximize more profit in the market, you can as well use this. You can use 40% of your $100 as first buying amount. This is $40. $40. Use them as your first buying amount. When the robot buys the coin, change from $40 and you use $60 and you use $10. Why are we using $10? It is because 100 minus 40. 100 minus 40, you are remaining with $60. You are remaining with $60. And here, earlier, I told you if you are trading with $60 as your trading capital, use $10 as your first buying amount. So if the robot buys using the $40, change from $40 and you put $10 so that the robot can buy the margin calls using $10 in case the market goes down. Are we together? So you are trading with $200. 200 what? $200. You can trade 2 coins. Trade 2 coins. In each coin, the first coin, you can decide to invest $100, and also in the second coin, you can decide to invest $100. Don't exceed that. Wait for the coin to deliver, then you set another one. Wait for the coin to deliver, you set another one. Are we together? Because most people, you are making a mistake. Let me first calculate here. I give you the right calculations. That is 200 minus 80, about 100, 120. Yes. So 120 divided by 2. You can decide to trade this. You can decide to use also this method. If you are trading with $200, you are trading with $200. I told you trade 2 coins. Trade two coins. What are you going to do with the first coin? The first coin you are going to be trading. What are you going to do? You are going to invest 40%. 40% of your trading capital as first buying amount. What is 40% of $200? 40%, it is 40 divided by 100 times 200, which is you cross here, you cross here, you cross here, you cross here. It becomes 4 times 20. 4 times what? Times 20, giving you $80. That means in the first coin you are going to be trading, you are going to invest $80 as first buy, as first buying amount. You are going to invest $80 as first buy, as first buying amount. Now, if you invest $80 as first buying amount in the first coin, first buying amount in the first coin, what is the remaining balance? The remaining balance is 200 minus 80. You are remaining with 120. Divide this by 2 because you are trading 2 coins, which means you are going to be getting $60. So in the second coin, invest $60 using $10 as first buy in amount. So do you see that you are going to remain with extra $60 on your digital bank of Binance untouched? So the remaining $60, it is what you are going to use to open up margin calls for the first coin that you have traded. For the first coin, you traded using $80 as first buying amount. If you have understood me, type a 3 in the chat. Me, I'm giving you general knowledge. Type a 3 in the chat if you have understood me very well. Type a 3 in the chat if you have understood me very well. General knowledge. Simple understanding. You get it? So, I can repeat for you. I know some people are very fearful. You are trading with 200 what? $200. That is your trading capital. $200. Trade 2 coins. Trade 2 coins. If you want to make more profit in the market, you should use the super bull run strategy. In the first coin, or in the first signal, you are going to trade, you will invest 40%. 40% of your trading capital, which is 200. Cross here, cross here, cross here, cross here. It becomes 4 times 20, which is giving you $80. So meaning that in the first coin, this one we are going to trade, we shall invest $80 as our first buy in amount. Now, if our capital was $200, and then on $200, we have already used the $80. What is the remaining balance? The remaining balance, it is 200 minus $80, which have gone to the first coin. So the answer here is $120. $120, divide it by 2. Where is the 2 coming from? I told you we are trading 2 coins, $200. That's why I'm dividing the remaining balance with the 2 after removing the 40%. After removing the 40%, which is going in the first coin, then the remaining balance, I have to divide it with the number of coins that I'm going to trade in a day. I have to divide it with the number of coins I'm going to trade in a day. So it is 120 divide by 2, which is giving you $60, which means in the second coin, because the first coin here, I have already traded it using $80 as first buying amount. Now, the second coin, I'm going to trade it with $60. $60. What is the first buying amount of the second coin? It is going to be $10. It is going to be $10. Now, do you see that with my calculations, I remain with $60. I remain with $60 on my digital bank of Binance, and this $60 is untouched. So I will use these $60 that remained on my Binance account to open up margin calls for the first coin I traded using $80. If you have understood the calculations, type a 5 in the chat. Type a 5 in the chat. Hey, type a 5 in the chat. Type a 5 in the chat. Now, I pity people who don't want to come in Monday trainings. I just feel pity for them. Those are the ones you find in a group saying the business is not working for them. I am selling my robot. I'm selling my robot. Why? They don't want to be part of the training. Have you seen? Type a 5 in what? In a chat. This is just understanding. If you know what to do, you can divide your capital very well. Now we go to another thing. $300 as your trading capital. Trade 3 coins in a day. $400, 3 coins. $500, 3 coins. $600, 3 coins. $700, 3 coins. $900, 3 coins. $1,000, 3 coins. Don't exceed that. 3 coins. If one delivers, set another one. If one is sold off by the robot, set another one. If all of them are sold off, by the robot, set another 3. Set another 3, but don't exceed. And the calculation is very simple. $300, you get it? Trade 3 coins. Once you know this, in the first coin, use 40%. 40% of $300. Are you saying 40%? Me, I have given you simple calculations. Understand the capital you have, know the number of coins that you are supposed to trade. Everything is going to be very easy for you. 0.4 times 300 times 300. That means in the first coin, we shall invest $120 as first buy-in amount. Now, what is the remaining balance? What is the remaining balance? The remaining balance is 300. 300 minus 120. 300. I'm leaving the topic minus 110. So you are getting 180. Divide this by 3. Why are we dividing it by 3? 3 is the number of coins that we are supposed to trade. Then which means 180 divided by 3, you are getting $60. In the second coin, invest $60. Then in the third coin, also invest $60. So this is about 60 plus 60, it is 120. So we remain with the extra $60. We shall remain with the extra $60. And it is these $60 we shall use to open up margin calls for the first coin we traded using $120 as first buy-in amount. Are we together? So now, the same thing. You are trading with $500. Ready 3 coins. In the first coin, invest 40%, which is 40 divided by 100 times 500. Times 500. You people, it is 0.4 times 500, which means in the first coin, we shall invest 200 what? $200 as first buy in amount. Now, what is the remaining balance? The remaining balance is simple. It is 500 minus 200, which is giving you $300. Divide this by 3. Why 3? The number of coins. Why 3? The number of coins supposed to trade. Giving you 100. Is giving you 100. In the second coin, invest $100. In the third coin, also invest $100. Do you see? This is 100 plus 100. That is 200. It is 200. But remember, we remained with 300. So it means we shall remain with extra $100 reserved on our Binance account, which we are going to use to open up margin calls for the first coin we traded using $200 as first buy in amount. If you have understood that, type a 6 in the chat, because I'm leaving the calculations. I'm leaving the calculations. So now you know what to do. Type a 5 in the chat. Type a 5 in the chat. A 6. It is a 6, eh? Type a 6 in the chat if you know what to do. If you have understood what to do, depending on your trading capital. Type a 6 in the chat if you have understood what to do. Type a 6 in the chat if you have understood what to do, depending on your trading capital. Hey. Is it hard? Is it hard to know? This system, it is duplicatable. It is duplicatable. It is leaders who are here. It is something that you can teach to your team, and they understand it, and it will keep on always giving them much coin, and you are investing in a lot of money. That means that one coin will give you a lot of profit as you compound using the second or the third coin that you are trading. Are we together? So now that is the calculations. I'm seeing only small people are saying, are typing 6. Others, where are you? I have 100 participants, but only 20 are the ones participating. Others, where are you? Where are you when I'm making the calculations for you? Where are you? Okay. If only 6 are the ones that have understood, let me go. Let me continue. Okay, now we go to practicals. This is the signal that we are setting. This is the signal. It is SLP. Come to your royal queue. Come to your royal queue. Make sure you are at home here and you click on the search bar. Click on the search bar. Type in or write in the name of the signal given to you. Click on search, then SLP. It is SL. Is it network? Or I'm in a wrong account. Okay. Let me first change. Let me first change the trading account. Okay. This is Binance. Okay. I'm sharing my screen once again. My screen. Once again. Okay. So the coin is it is SLP. It is SLP. So this is the coin. Click anywhere that you feel like the coin will open. And once you find this notification, this is just a notification, ignore it. You can read it or you can ignore. You click on I understand or you type on this X. You type on the X, then you come down here, you click on create. Click on create, then come here, you click on martingale. After clicking on martingale, come and you click on create down here again. So come on the next down here, this one here, this, that. Then come to trade setting. Come to trade what? Come to trade setting of the coin. Are we together? So this is what we call first buy in amount. First buy in amount. First buy in amount, it is the money you want to invest in a particular coin that you are going to be trading. So as we said, if you are trading using $200, you are going to trade 2 coins. You will trade 2 coins. But in the first coin, or in the first signal you are going to be trading, you are going to use 40%, which is 40 divided by 100 times 200, which is your trading capital. Cross here, cross here, cross here. It becomes 4 times 20, which is giving you $80. So come here and you put $80. That is the first signal that you are trading. Leave the AI margin call on. We are using the bull run strategy. Open up 5 margin calls. Here, I told you margin call limit means number of margin calls. Instead of 7, we said you trade with at least a minimum of 5 margin what? 5 margin calls. Put 5 here. So you should not confuse this signal here. It is what we are setting. If the signal is telling you to open 2 margin calls, the signal tells you to open 2 margin calls. However, I told you, you can ignore this. This, ignore it. This one, ignore it. You ignore. Open up 5 margin calls. Are we together? You put 5 here. Then there is this whole position take a profit ratio. This one in the signal, it is given as TP, or sometimes it is given as take a profit. It is given as take a profit. And this, it is here. We are given 3%. So which means come here and you put 3%. Then this TP callback or whole position take a profit callback, it is not given in the signal. If you look at this signal, it is not given. TP callback is not given. And this is what you should do. Whenever TP callback is not given, use 0.01. Whenever it is not given. So in this signal, we don't have TP callback. Come here. Put 0.01. 0.01. Then we are given buy in callback. Buy in callback. Buy in callback is here. It is here. Are you seeing? It is there. Come and you put 0.02. 0.002. Are we together? Then there is this strategy period. Strategy period in the signal, it is given as strategy. It is given as strategy. Whenever you see a word strategy, they are meaning strategy period, like in this signal that we are setting. Are you saying the word is strategy? They are telling you to put in one shot. So click here. Click on the word cycle. Then it will go to one shot. Automatically. It will go to one shot. Then come here on margin configuration. Margin configuration. Use the bull run strategy. 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, 1%, 1%. Then also on this side, use 1. Use 1. Use on this side 1, 1, 1, 1. This side, use this. Do you see that when you add this plus this plus this plus this plus this, you are getting 3% drop. You are getting 3% drop. You can add for yourself and you see 0.2 plus 0.3 plus 0.5 plus 1, you are getting 3% drop. And also in the signal, when you add this plus this, you are also getting 3% drop. So as we say, you should trade with a minimum of 5 margin calls. Me, I have traded this signal using 5 margin calls with 3% drop. Are we together? Then Click on sure. Click on sure. After clicking on sure, save your settings. Save your settings and you click on sure. So the signal, come and you change the mode. Change the mode. Change the mode to sub-bin. You have opened up 5 margin calls. When you put into sub-bin, the robot will sell the 50 margin call. The robot will sell the 50 margin call. That's in case it bought it. It will sell it, but it will not give you the profit. It will return back the profit in the market to buy more of that coin, then create a new average price, which is going to help this coin to come out from the floating loss. Change the mode. The signal is telling you, the signal is telling you, buy at current price. Buy at current price. Gulira kubeye yeriko. Buy at current price. If they tell you buy at current price, after changing the mode, the mode, click on activate, you start the trade. Click on activate, you start the trade after changing the mode. After changing the mode. Click on activate, you start the trade. For those ones who cannot understand it in such a way, if they tell you that buy at current price, the current price is here. This is the current price. If you change the mode and you activate, you start the trade, the robot will buy at this price. The robot will exactly buy at this current price. It will buy at this current price in the market. Now, if you cannot understand these things easier or earlier, you are confused. Because some people, you are used to preset signals. Preset signals where you enter a price here. Most people are used to those signals where you enter price here. Okay, if for you are used to entering prices here, if you are used to entering prices here, get this current price. If the signal tells you to buy at current price, get this price here. Put it here. Change the mode, start the trade. You have understood that, type 7 in the chat. Type 7 in the chat. If you have understood that, type 7 in the chat. If you have understood that, type 7 in the chat. Someone is saying Museveni. We don't want him. We don't want that. Hey. So, if you have understood that, yes. Now, you can only trade in sub-bin. You can only trade in sub-bin mode if you open up 5 margin calls and above. 5 margin calls and above. If you open up 1 to 4 margin calls, you should be in warehouse mode. You should be in warehouse mode. If you open up more than 4 margin calls, if you open up more than 4 margin calls, there you can trade in sub-bin mode. Under sub-bin mode, it means you have opened up 5 margin calls. The first, second, third and fourth margin call, and the fifth margin call, these ones, the robot will sell them at 3%, take a profit. And the fifth margin call is going to be sold at 1.3%, which means the fifth margin call will come out from the market very earlier than these four. So the robot will use the profit made here on the fifth margin call, invest it more in the coin to create another average price or a new average price to help this coin come out from the floating loss. So when you trade under sub-bin, the robot will not give you profit, but it will use the profit made to buy more or to invest it more in a coin to create a new average price that is going to help this coin to come out from the floating loss. Now, whatever, all that it has bought, it is going to sell it at 3%. All that it has bought, it will sell it at 3%. It will sell it at 3%. Are we together? Now, after the robot has bought the coin, after you receive a notification that the robot has sold the coin, that the robot has bought the coin, come back to your trade setting. Change the $80. If the robot buys the coin, that means it has already used the $80. It has used the $80 to buy the coin. That means the $80 have already gone to the market. It means the $80 have already gone to the market. If the robot buys the coin, I repeat the statement, it means the $80 have already gone to the market. If the robot buys the coin, it means the $80 have already gone to the market, because the $80 were our first buying amount. So when the robot bought, it means the robot used the $80 to buy the coin. So it means the $80 have already gone to the market. Once it buys, come and you change the first buying amount from $80 and you put it 10. You put it 10. Why are we putting 10? The example was $200. Trade 2 coins. I told you to trade 2 coins. And I said in the first coin that you are trading, use 40% times 200. Cross here, cross here, cross here, and here. Which means it is going to be 4 times 20, giving us $80. In the first coin, we use $80 as first buying amount. So we used it here. Now, what was the remaining balance? The remaining balance was 200 minus 80, giving you 120. Divide it by 2. Why are we dividing by 2? 2 is the number of coins that we're supposed to trade, giving us 60. Meaning that in the second coin, we shall invest $60. $60. Do you see that we remain with extra? We shall remain with extra $60 on our Binance account, which we are going to use, which we shall use to open up margin calls for the first coin we traded using $80 as first buying amount. And at first I told you, if you are trading with $60, you should use $10 as first buying amount. So we changed it from 80 to 6 to 10, because we are calculating the remaining $60 for opening up margin calls. That means when the market drops down, the robot is going to buy these 5 margin calls. It will buy the 5 margin calls using $10 as first buying amount if the market drops. If the market drops, the robot is going to buy these 5 margin calls. The robot will buy the 5 margin calls using $10 as first buying amount. This is what we said here. If the market drops by 0.2, the robot is going to buy 1 time. This is multiple buying ratio. Multiple means multiplication. The robot is multiplying as it buys. What does it multiply? It multiplies the number you have put here. Times the first buying amount. The $80 already went through the market. Now we change it to 10, which means that it is going to be 1 times 10, which is giving you $10. 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 If the market drops by this percentage, the robot is going to keep on adding in $10, which is going to be, this is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is going to be 10 times 5, giving you $50 plus 10. Why are we adding 10? 10 is our first buying amount, which is giving us $60. The remaining $60, which we are reserved on our digital bank of Binance for opening up margin calls for the first coin we traded using $80 as first buying amount. Now, this is what happens. In the first call, if the market drops by 0.2 and the robot buys, this is 1 times 10, it adds in $10. The $10 are going to be added to the $80 which went in the market at first to become 90. It becomes $90. Again, if the market drops again and the robot buys the second call, it will add in also $10. It is 1 times 10. The $10 are going to be added to the $90, which becomes 100. If the robot buys again the second call, that means it has added in $10. The $10 are going to be added on $100, and it becomes 110. Are we together? It becomes 110. Now, from here, if the market stops to drop, from here, if the market stops to drop, the robot will not buy these 2 remaining calls. It will not buy the 2 remaining calls because the market stopped to drop. Now, if the market goes up, the robot is going to sell the coin, and the profit you are going to make, it is going to be 3% of $110, which went to the market. So it is not a must. That the robot has to buy all the margin calls that you have opened up. It is not a must that the robot has to buy the margin calls, all the margin calls you opened up. Some people, you are very funny. Me, I don't know what is wrong with our individuals that we are teaching. I set 5 margin calls, but the robot bought 2 and then it sold. It didn't buy the remaining 3. Who told you that it is a must that the robot has to buy all the margin calls that you opened up? Who told you? It will buy depending on the market. Let's say the market drops and it buys the first call. Then the market drops and it buys the second call. From here, then the market goes up. These 3, the remaining 3, the robot will not buy them. Why? The market didn't drop. So it will stop here from buying and then sell whatever it has bought and sell everything that it has bought. So why do you always keep on disturbing our heads on our training groups? And you know, leader, I set a coin and I set 10 margin calls, but the robot bought only 5. It didn't buy the remaining 5 and then it sold. It sold. You people. Who told you that the robot has to buy all the margin calls? It buys depending on the market. It buys depending on the market. The robot can even buy only 1 margin call. Let's say the market has dropped by 0.2 and it buys 1 margin call. Then maybe from here, when it has bought the first margin call, from here the market goes up. So these remaining 4 will not be bought by the robot. Why? Because the market stopped dropping and instead went up. And there is also another incident that can happen. You people, Nzengaba general knowledge, I'm giving general understanding in the market. If you are here to cram, you are in a wrong place. There is another incident that can happen. For example, when you set a coin and the market does not drop completely, and the market doesn't drop completely, you set a coin and the market just goes up, your robot sells. If it sells, it will sell depending on $80 that went to the market at first. It will sell depending on the $80. That means you are going to make 3% of $80 that went to the market at first. Are you getting the point? That went to the market at first. So the reason as to why we are changing from 80 to 10, we want our robot to buy margin calls using $10 whenever the market is dropping. But if the market does not drop, the robot will not buy the margin calls. It will sell depending on the $80 that went to the market at first. Are we clear? If you have understood that, type 1 in the chat. Type 1 in the chat. Those people who are always complaining at the groups, I set 5 margin call, the robot bought 3. Now where are the remaining 2? Where are the remaining 2? Didn't buy them. Me, I don't know what happened with my robot. It's not buying margin calls. You ask the person, how many margin calls did you set? I set 5 margin calls, but I'm seeing the robot is showing 3. It means it has on the 5 margin calls, so far it has bought 3. The 2 are not yet bought. The 2 are not yet bought. If the market continues to go down, the robot will buy them. But if the market doesn't continue to go down, the robot will stop on those 3 margin calls it has bought, then it will sell. It will sell the 3 margin calls it has bought. If you have understood that, type 1 in the chat. 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 If you have understood that, type 1 in the chat. Hey, type 1 in the chat. So have you understood that? The reason is why we change from $80, which have already went to the market, then change to $10 so that the robot can buy the margin calls using $10. Now that is the first coin. You will be now remaining with it. You are going to be remaining with the second coin. And I told you in the second coin, invest $60. $60 with $10 as first buying amount. That means in the second coin you are going to be trading, its first buying amount is going to be $10. Open up 5 margin calls. Then on this setting, the settings remain the same. Even here, they remain the same. You click on sure, you save, and you change the mode to sub-bin. If it is a preset signal, the next signal may be the second coin you are setting. You can put in the preset price, and then you activate the trade. You activate the what? The trade. Unless if someone has a question, the training is done. It is done. What happened is, I'm not going to reply this question. Mr. Kate, I'm not going to reply to this question. What happens to the money allocated to the remaining one bought coin before the bot sells off the first and the second and the third margin calls? I'm not going to reply it. Why am I not going to reply it? It is the same thing I have been talking about. I've been telling you what happens in case the market doesn't drop. The robot will not use the money to buy. It will go with the first money used in the market, which is $80. If the market drops and the robot buys the 2 margin calls, it means it is going to add 10. Those are about $20. Lose only $20. On your 60, the remaining money will not be used because the robot has not bought the margin calls. This is what I've been explaining. Someone is asking me what is the difference between sub-bin and sub-bin. When you trade under sub-bin, the robot will not give you profit. It will sell the 50 margin call. The 50 margin call is going to be sold, but the robot will not give you profit. It will use the profit. Invest it more in a coin, then create another average price to help you from coming to help you come out from the floating loss. Then sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. The robot is going to sell the 50 call and it will give you profit. But the coin will stay in floating loss. Now, what is your goal of trading? Do you want to be in floating loss while you're making profit? You go under sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. Sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. If you want to come out from floating loss, go for sub-bin mode. Now, what is your goal of trading? Nzesimani, why are you trading? Do you want to make money while you're in floating loss? Go for sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. If you want to come out from floating loss as soon as possible, go to sub-bin mode. Done and dusted. Can I switch on margin calls? Can I switch on margin calls? Already saved the trade. It shows not checked in. What? If you switch it, me, I haven't talked about these things. When we are setting the signal, I margin call on. Margin call is supposed to be on, because if you switch off this, the robot will not completely. It will not completely buy the margin calls. It will not completely buy the margin calls even when the market drops. AI margin call, I told you, is supposed to be on so that your robot cannot use money anyhow. Anyhow, this one controls the buying rate of the robot, because it is now the robot that is going to determine when to buy or when to add in money. But if you switch it off, this one, oh, the robot will add in money like nothing. It will add in money like nothing. But this one controls the buying rate. It controls the buying rate, because now it is the robot to determine when to buy. Is the market really going to fall, or is it not going to fall? You see, the robot controls how to buy the margin calls. Done and dusted. My USDT in Royal Q keeps disappearing. Sometimes, and even when I refresh, it becomes back after times. Network. Network keeps on disappearing. Network. Is it a problem? Network. Oh, sometimes when it is disappearing, how? Is it decreasing, increasing? If it is decreasing, it means that the coins that you are trading in your queue, they are in floating loss. They are losing value. And whenever they are losing value, it causes your money to reduce. In your digital bank of Binance, it causes your money to reduce, because these coins you are trading, the value is going down. And whenever the value is going down, it causes also your money to reduce on your digital bank of Binance, which sometimes causes fear in some new traders' mind. But that one shouldn't make you to fear. No, because once these coins start to gain value or coming out from the floating loss, the money comes back. Another question, let me see. Please, what is the minimum margin calls? I've been talking about that. Crypto ambassadors, the minimum margin call number, it is 5. My coin has refused to go to sub-bin mode, yet it has 13 margin calls. 13 margin calls. It can't. If it has bought more than 5, if it buys more than 5, you cannot change another mode. If it buys more than 5, or if it buys more than 4 margin calls, you cannot change the mode. You can't change the mode if it buys more than 4 margin calls. I can use bull run on any signal I'm given. No. I can use bull run on any signal which is given. No. The big no. The big no. The big no. This is what we call bull run. No, the big no. Why can't you use, for example, this signal? This signal, where you are given drop 15%. If you are given drop 15%, you cannot use this setting. You cannot use this. You cannot use this setting. You can't. If you are given a drop 15%, drop 6%, drop 7%, the formula is drop divided by margin call limit. Drop divided by margin call limit, which becomes 15 divided by 5. It becomes 15. Where is the 5 coming from? 5 is here, and the drop is given in the signal. Drop is given in the signal here. So it is 15 divided by 5, which is giving you 3%. So you come here, put 3%, 3%, 3%, 3%, 3%. Done and dusted. Okay. I have been a while now. I can't trade on sub-bin mode all time on warehouse mode. If I try to change it, my friend, it is the same question the other lady have been talking about. Your question is the same. I have been a while now. I can not trade on sub-bin mode all the time on warehouse. We said, you people, you are very funny. I don't know if we are teaching. Where are you from? I said if you open up 1 to 4 margin calls, it is warehouse. It is warehouse. If you open up more than 4 and above, more than 4 margin calls, that's when you go to sub-bin mode. That's when you go to sub-bin mode. Now, you want to trade in sub-bin mode when you have 2, 3, or 4 margin calls. Is it applicable? Is it applicable? According to what I've told you, is it applicable? I know most of you are trading 2 margin calls, 3 margin calls, and 4 margin calls. That's where you end from, most of you. If you are having these margin calls, automatically you are supposed to be under warehouse mode. You're supposed to be under warehouse mode. Not until you open up 5 margin calls. If you open up 5 margin calls, then you can use sub-bin mode or sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Depending on what I have explained, I've told you what sub-bin mode means and what sub-bin mode real-time settlement means. So now it depends on what you want. What is your goal of trading? Trading is a personal decision. And you cannot change the mode. Banaye babiri ngosese ulimi ki robot it you opened up 13 margin calls, but you cannot change because it's already yayitawo. Deko ande kukibuuzo ekirala. So do I have to first wait for the first coin of $80 and its margin calls to go out? No. According to how I have calculated my money, you cannot even wait for the first coin. After you changing from $80, the first money which is went to the market, it is 120 minus $80 which went to the market. It is 200. It is 200. It is 200 minus 80, which is giving you 120. Divide this by 2. 2 is the number of coins. If you divide 120 by 2, how much you get? 100. Now that this second coin that you have traded, you have already used the 60, you remain with the extra $60 on your digital bank of Binance. Now you are going to use the extra $60 on your digital bank of Binance to open up margin calls for the first coin you traded using $80. That's why we change from 80 and we put 10 so that the robot can buy the margin calls using $10. How do I get to know the first? I'm not going to reply to this question. You people, I don't know. How do I get to know the first buy in amount 80 has been sold? How do I get the notification so that you get? I will not repeat this question. I will not reply this question. Not for bad. But if you are trading using the robot and you don't know where you receive your notification that the robot has bought the coin, you don't know. That means you don't attend Leader Doris's training on Saturday. On Saturday, you don't attend it. This question I will not reply it. Not for bad. Let me go to another one. After using the robot for a longer period of time, you don't know even where you click to see that the robot has bought or it has sold. How do I get to know the first buy in amount 80 has been sold? Now, if the robot does not buy it, if the robot does not buy the margin calls, and your first buy in amount was 80, it means the robot bought the coin using the $80 that went to the market at first. And if it sells depending on the $80 that went to the market. You are not new. My brother, you are not new. That's not an excuse. You are not new. I've been always seeing you in my trainings. So you are not new. That shouldn't be an excuse. Azizi, you are saying you are new? Yeah. We go to another question. Where is another question? Someone asked. Let me see. Of course, I've replied your question. I've replied your question. In whatever words that I said, I've replied your question. I don't know if you have got it, but I've replied your question. Another question? Kindly expose on why we can't use the bull run strategy on all signals. My brother, when I was explaining this, signal, what did I say? You people, you want to be replied independently. People here are asking the same questions. The same question you have asked, it is the same question they asked, and I talked about these signals with drop 15, drop those signals with a percentage which is given. You cannot apply the bull run settings, these ones, and I gave you the formula, which is drop divided by number of margin call limit. The drop is given in the signal, it is 4%, and the margin call limit means the number of margin calls. If you have opened up 5 margin calls and the drop is 4, it means it is 4 divided by 5. The answer you get, 4 divided by 5, the answer you get, it is what you put here. It is what you put here. This remains the same, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. But this changes depending on how the signal it is set. About someone with a capital less than, they cannot use. If a person has $50, if a person has $30 trading capital, you are going to trade one coin. You will trade one coin with with the one coin with three. No, with the two. With the two margin calls. With the two margin calls using a first buy of $10. If you are having $50 as your trading capital, you are going to trade one coin with the four margin calls using $10 as first buy in amount. Using $10 as first buy in amount. Using $10 as first buy in amount. How is it going to be? It is very simple. How is it going to be? $50. Use 10, open up 4. Open up 4 margin calls here. So when you open up 4, come on margin configuration. Do you see? And here 4. So now I'm calculating your capital. You are having $50. Here it is going to be 1 times 10, then 1 times 10, 1 times 10, then 1 times 10, which is 10. 4 times 10, because I've opened up 4 margin calls, it is giving you $40. Then $40 plus the first buy in amount, which is 10. It becomes 50. It becomes $50. So that is your capital that you have. $50, you can open up 4 margin calls using $10 as first buy in amount. So if you open up 4 margin calls, automatically you are supposed to be in warehouse mode. Warehouse mode. $30, open up 2 margin calls. $30. Put 1 and 1, which is 1 times 10, then 1 times 10. Here it is going to be 2 times 10, which is giving you $20. Plus the first buy in amount, which is 10, and it is giving you 30, which is your capital. Sure. I'm not repeating that. Okay. If mistakes in my settings and the robot already traded here, I can pause and rectify. Settings like what? There are some settings that you cannot rectify. There are some settings that you cannot rectify. Telling you. Okay. Thank you very much for being part of the training today, the Mondays training. We love you so much. The more you will always keep on attending the training, the more you will always keep on attending the training or being part of the training, it is the more you will always understand. Monday training, the focus is always on understanding how to set the signal. Here I give you general understanding and knowing what to do so that you can decide for yourself on what to do. So we love you very much. Thank you for trusting in the leaders of Royal Q and believing in Royal Q across the world. Thank you for representing us. We love you. Together, we shall all succeed using Royal Q as a vehicle to success. As a vehicle to success. So we love you all. We come to the end of our training.